Hi guys, I know it's May, nevertheless I'm still going to show you my setup. Just to map out some ideas, I'm just going to use this new board. You might recognise this from a previous stationery haul. So it's got pages of whiteboard and clear acetate. It also comes with a dry marker, so you can definitely lay out your drawings and test out what works best. So lately I've been drawn to the sky, so moons, stars, clouds, and I came across this artist called Daniel Miriam. I love the way he uses watercolours in his work, so this spread I've taken inspiration from that, and let's see what we come up with. To be honest, I've not drawn for a very long time, so since uni I can definitely feel my creative and drawing instincts have slacked tremendously. So I'm going to make more of a conscious effort to draw in my bullet journal and hopefully improve. Back onto this page, it's clearly getting a bit dark in here, so let there be light. Now that I've got my base kind of drawn out, I'm just going to fill it in with some watercolours. So using lots of water and just dabbing a bit of blue, yellows and pinks, I create this really kind of ombre, misty type of background. Afterwards I just go in and fill out the moon. I really like to mix my colours and let them merge together, especially using lots of water, and just watch the colours spread. Afterwards I go through it with some tissue and blotting it just to create kind of like a stainy effect. I absolutely love this look. I find it quite mesmerising and yeah, just something enchanting about it. You'll notice that I don't actually go in and rub out my pencil markings, and that's because I go through it with a black fine liner. I feel that this gives the drawing that pop. Okay, cover done, and I'm going to move on to the next thing, which is my habit tracker. So if you've seen my bullet journals before, you'll know that I absolutely love this format of prepping my habit tracker. So it's just basically graph paper on top of some cream paper. Then I create a bookmark out of some coloured tape. This time I've chosen gold, which actually ran out, so I had to use this kind of like a yellow mustardy colour in the end. I extend the tape long enough so it actually sticks and hangs out of my bullet journal. You'll see this later. Onto the actual drawing of the habit trackers. I use these colours because these are my colour codes that I normally go for, and I start to draw clouds on them just to stick with the theme a little. And then I layer some watercolour over it, blotting it again just to create that similar effect. And whilst that is drying, I move on to creating the graph with a fine liner. So then I actually write the title of my tracker, but I didn't realise that I wasn't in view, so sorry about that. And I didn't like the way it looked in the end, so I started sticking some washi tape over it just to cover it up and start again. By this time everything should be nice and dry, so I end up writing what my codes stand for in my graph. The graph basically helps me visualise where I am at with these categories, and at the bottom is my habit tracker where I actually make an effort to get these points every single day. And once I'm done, I put some double-sided tape at the back and shove some glue on it and stick it onto my bullet journal. Now that's stuck down, sometimes I get a little bit of extra stuff hanging out the back, so I just cut it off. Back to that bookmark. It's hanging out of the bullet journal, so it indexes the spread, which means it's easy access. After this, I go in with my bold Mildliner and start drawing out my calendar. So I stick a washi tape where my title's going to go, drop the title in and start building it with fine liners. This really helps me because I'm not very confident in my writing at the moment, so I'm just going to build on it until I get the texture I want. Next I shove in the numbers of the dates, but I noticed that my title started to smudge, so I fixed this by sticking a sellotape over it. Hopefully this will do the trick. Afterwards I just drop in the days, the dividers, and the title for my action and to-do lists. Now I just go in the watercolour and keep the same theme running through. So once I'm done, I let it dry a bit and then go over it with some twinkles and stars and moons with my fine liner again. Next thing I kind of draw is this bunny, and that was from the moon from the front page. More of a close-up of the bunny. I don't know why I did that. I just felt like it at the time. So it was my boss's birthday recently, and he basically made the speech. Within his speech, he mentioned a quote. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. I guess these words really spoke to me, so it's something that I'll be working towards. I'm not going to get into it because it might be a bit too deep for this video. Over to the next page is my weekly planner. I first of all lay out my titles and use the same watercolor techniques. Then I start dividing the lines for every single day and jotting in the times. For the last 3 rows, I like to keep it my meal plan, so I write BLD, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and yeah, basically put the same techniques on the title here as well. I divide my meal plans and jot in a line for when I'm supposed to leave work, and then put in the days. Can you tell I'm giving cursive a go? Yeah, slowly but surely. Right, after this I put in the dates of the week and highlight it with the same highlighter and jot in the dates over here as well. Boom, boom, boom. But then I kind of realised I don't actually work on a Saturday and Sundays. I rub out the average line of this and shove in my title for the task and focuses of the week. Having this little space for tasks and focuses is just so important to me. It helps me visualize what I actually need to do, and every time I tick it, it gives me so much satisfaction. And of course, sticking with the theme, I add some watercolor staining and jot a few moons and stars down. Right, next we're going to move on to our daily pages. I'm trying to create a cloud here, so I blob some colours in and then use this water pen to merge it all together and to create a cloud for my backdrop of my day. And to be frank, I quite like how it turned out. My days and my tasks, they vary quite a bit, so for this reason I've not set up every single day with exactly the same space. I guess I just don't like the idea of wasting paper or restricting myself from having to write in such a small area if I need more space. However, I do put a title and the date on the spread because I know, as usual, I go back and do a collage and summarise the week. Rightio, so this is the final flip through. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please do give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you so much for watching, and I shall speak to you guys in my next video. Bye!